The death penalty helps keep murderers and rapists off the streets. Although it cannot keep all of them off because of the 18 states that do not currently have the death penalty in use, it does help more than not having it at all, actually. I'm pretty sure that you like to see your kids out on the street having fun and playing outside, playing with their friends. But if you hear about a murderer or a rapist getting out of jail, do you feel so safe having your kids outside? If you rather risk having your child outside while a murderer is out, then you might as well just hand your child over to the killer. Risking a child's life is not something you want to do. It is better to be safe than sorry. The death or the capital punishment is the legal process of putting a person to death as punishment for a crime. The death penalty, which may seem cruel, is actually something that benefits not only our society but also us and the economy. More people should know about the death penalty before picking a side. It is always better to be more influenced about a subject, so it'll help you pick a side. If not educated on the subject, you shouldn't even have a choice, especially with a big topic like this. The death penalty has been around for a very long time. As stated by Clifford, the history for the death penalty traces back since the beginning of civilization and has been used as a punishment for certain criminal acts. Greenberg states that in 1775, all 13 American colonies used capital punishment during the American Revolution, and in 1787, the U.S. Constitution allowed for capital punishment to be used. A sentence of death may be carried out by one of five lawful means: electrocution, hanging, lethal injection, gas chamber, or the firing squad. However, in today's world, the firing squad, gas chamber, and hanging are not used as much. Lethal injection is the main way the death penalty is used, though. To this day, many people still support the death penalty, and it's a good that they do, simply because of how helpful it is. With more support for it, it could be possible that the other 18 states change their death penalty laws and allow the death penalty to be used. Yes, this topic is very controversial, but while many people oppose the death penalty, there are plenty of reasons why to support it. Some pros to the death penalty include the death penalty being a safeguard for the community, and the death penalty provides closure for the family in the neighborhood. As stated by Wekesser, it is easier to pay for the drug than to keep them in prison until they die. It prevents crime by scaring the criminals, by making an example and showing them that laws cannot be broken because there will be consequences to suffer. The death penalty is less expensive than it is to hold prisoners for life. In case you didn't know, prisoners get full health benefits, 3 meals a day, and a place to sleep every night. Not everybody can say they have all that. McEwen also stated that criminals should not be pampered for committing crimes. They have shelter and food, and they don't even have to pay for it. Hall stated that the death penalty also helps eliminate overcrowding in the prisons. The death penalty is only done with severe crimes like capital murder and first-degree murder, and one other severe crime would be rape or molestation. Another pro would be that the death penalty follows the word of God. As stated by Melton in Revelation 13:10, it states that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Melton also states that God has given man the moral duty to execute those who choose to take the lives of others. In Exodus 21:12, it is quoted that he that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death. A lot of people in today's world are real big religious people and go by the ways and words of God. So do you think it'd be okay to just go against this one thing God has said? The answer to that should be no. Even though, yes, people go against God, it is not right to go against God. It is not. Another thing is that murderers and rapists get about 10 years in jail, and then they are let free. People who get caught with weed get sentenced to life in prison. Now, which would you rather have? A person who smokes weed or a murderer? Now that the background of the death penalty and the pros have been listed, you can view this argument in a different way. The death penalty has many benefits to it, such as it is cheaper, prevents crime, it is a safeguard, provides closure, it is only done with severe crimes, and it follows the word of God. The death penalty can be used in many different ways. That is why many states still use it till this day. You can go ahead and take your choice of either having a murderer out on the street and have the possibility of them killing again, or you can have that murderer executed with the death penalty and not hurt or bother another soul today.